rape or an assault or a car accident, something really big, or a war, where in fact just being humiliated in front of the class at age 6 in primary school. Most of the therapists who are going to be at this symposium will know this from their clients and from their own experience. These are experiences as profoundly traumatic, and it has a major impact on brain chemistry and how we learn to be in the world, the whole question of attachment and conditioning and the patterns, the schemas that we take on. So once one understands that trauma is actually a fundamental part of many of our experience, of the experience of almost all of us, then suddenly you have a whole new way of approaching therapy that's massively more effective.
Yes, because I was going to say, someone might say, but that's the stuff that we work with as therapists. That's exactly what we work with. We know that.
Well, you know it, but the point is, if you don't understand, if you don't build into the frame what you're dealing with, which is neural circuitry, which has been laid down and programmed very early on, you can be spinning around in therapy with psychodynamic or with person-centered or even with CBT, waiting for something important to happen. But actually, you're not really going in right to the core of the dysfunction, and you're dealing with symptoms. You're putting sticking plasters on. And the number of people I've worked with who've been in therapy for a long time, therapists, ordinary clients, might have been in therapy for sometimes decades. There's a key piece of work that wasn't done. And if you put the trauma spectacles on, suddenly it makes sense, and you can make an extraordinary difference in a very short time.
Thank you. And is there a particular part of the field that interests you as a research or as an exploration more than any other, or is it the whole area?
Well, it's the whole area. I think the thing that inspires me, that makes the work that I do, the trauma-focused work that I do with clients, so rewarding, is an awareness of early programming. It's very much to do with attachment, really, that it's been very cogently argued, in my view, by Felicity de Zulueta, for example, at the Maudsley, that trauma PTSD is actually not an anxiety disorder, as in the DSM-4 and still in DSM-5. It's actually an attachment disorder, that something has gone wrong, something has been misprogrammed very early, very often in a client's childhood. It's teaching grandmothers to suck eggs here, because that's the stuff of therapy. But if you understand that is trauma and understand it with the trauma lens, I think it's hugely important to bring this into the heart of therapy training and the heart of trauma research.
Great. Thank you very much. I'll leave it there for now, and hope that people really get a chance to experience more of what you want to say at the symposium.
Okay, I shall be very enthusiastic about EMDR, needless to say.
Yes. Would you like to say a word about that now?
I would actually, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just as a final, so perhaps the question is, okay, so if you've got it in the room, what do you do? How do you deal with it?
Yes.
Okay, I've asked my own question. I think it's essential, not in every session of therapy, but as we approach our clients' distress, it's essential to have that trauma focus and have tools to work with the core distress, the core programming deep down. And I find that nothing is more effective than EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And that's what I specialize in now. I'm now a consultant, an accredited consultant in that. And most of my clients, most of the clients who come to me, I use EMDR to drill right down. EMDR reaches the parts, as they say in the Heineken advert, that other therapies cannot reach. It works. It works. I have to be careful not to be too messianic about it, but it works.
Great. Thank you. And look forward to hearing more.
Look forward to the conference.
Okay.